To lesson 1, part 3, trimming and cutting your video. We're going to be picking up right where we left off. So go ahead and navigate to the cut page if you aren't there already. And you should have 2 video clips uploaded to your media pool. You should have the intro footage of you speaking as well as the University of Skaro bumper. To get started with trimming and cutting, we're going to use the footage of you speaking first. We're going to select that footage and drag and drop it down into the timeline. Now you'll notice a few things. First, you'll notice that the video appears here in the playback window. This is where you can play your video in real time to make sure you're happy with how it's looking, you like the cuts that you're making. You'll also notice that a new thumbnail appeared in the media pool that says Timeline 1. This is now your new project that you're working on and making cuts to. And finally at the bottom, you'll notice that frame by frame breakdown of your video in the timeline. Along the bottom, there's this blue bar with some white squiggles in it. And they're a little subtle, a little hard to see on my screen. Yours might be a bit more prominent, but those white squiggles indicate audio and when the speaker is speaking. The sections of blue that you see indicate that the speaker has paused. And that could be a helpful visual cue to you as you look to make edits and changes to your video. So we usually have unwanted video footage at the beginning and ends of video clips with ourselves speaking. Oftentimes you're getting set up at the beginning. You might be clearing your throat, settling yourself in your chair, making sure you like how you look. And at the end of the video, you might have some just extra footage before you were able to get up and turn your recording device off. And you probably don't necessarily want students to see that. So through this video, we're going to make some cuts and trimming to get rid of that stuff. So the first step to learning how to make cuts is to learn how to scrub. To scrub simply means to move through the video footage in the timeline. And to do that, I'm going to use my cursor and I'm going to click up where these little time markers are, and I'm going to drag. So I can just click and drag to go all the way through my video. And you can hear the audio is making some appearances as well as we do that. So when I'm coming to the end of my video and I need to find the point that I need to cut out, the unwanted footage, and I do that by using this red bar. This is called the playback indicator, and it helps us insert cuts into video footage and to just mark that point where we need to make a change. So if you're not quite sure where that starts and stops for you, this is where the playback window is helpful. You can hit the play button.
Different ways.
And it plays your video in real time. So I'm just going to scrub a little bit back. And let's say this right here, this is the point where my unwanted footage starts and I want to get rid of all of this at the end. So one way I can do that is by inserting a cut or a blade. And if you are working on a Windows system, you're going to use Control B. If you're working on a Mac system, you're going to use Command B. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Command B on my keyboard. And I've just inserted a cut or a blade. Cut or blade. Those terms are used interchangeably and they simply mean to separate one clip into 2 clips. So I know that it's inserted correctly because my playback indicator is now glowing green. And if I scrub just a bit, I can see that I've made 1 clip into 2. Now to get rid of that footage, all I have to do is select it. It's going to highlight in red, and I'm going to hit the delete key on my keyboard. and that footage is gone. Let's go back to the start of the video and see if we can get rid of some unwanted footage at the beginning. Now, another way that I can get rid of unwanted footage if I don't want to insert a cut or a blade is to simply use the cursor. So if I take the cursor and I hover it over the end of my video, you'll see that the symbol changes. And this is where I can just click and drag up to the playback indicator to get rid of any footage I don't want. So I'm going to click, I'm going to drag up to the playback indicator, and you'll see that that footage disappears. Now, on occasion, you may make a mistake. You may delete footage that you wanted. That's okay. I can undo those accidental edits also by using some keyboard shortcuts. So for Windows, I would use Control-Z, and for a Mac, I would use Command-Z, and boom, my footage comes back, and I can try again. Maybe I went a bit too far. Oh, I didn't mean to cut that part off. And then I can just simply try again. And there we go. I've cut off my unwanted footage. So once I have my video the way that I like it, I've gotten rid of my unwanted footage from each end, I'm going to finish out by dragging and dropping my bumper into the timeline. And it needs to go at the beginning. So I'm going to drop it at the start. And then I can scrub. And I can see where that bumper ends and where my video footage starts. And again, you can use the playback window and play it to watch it from start to finish to make sure that it's the way you want it to be. And remember, this new video that I've created now, by trimming off the things I didn't want, adding in the bumper, appears as timeline 1, and that's where my new video project is ready to go. So in the next lesson, you're going to learn more about making edits, but for now, you've done a great job and you've made it through lesson 1. Congrats!